Shadows come.
Make a video and see if we can review this Hot Toys. It is said that if you touch this toy, it's gonna be very hot. Number 5. This video is gonna piss you off, but it is said if you look in the mirror and let it go, you won't get mad. As to look in the box, you have Han Solo from Solo Low. Same boring texturing across the box. The cover art for the box on the inside. The figure in a clamshell. The figure out of his box in a clamshell. The figure in a clamshell with the clamshell open out of his box. Figure. Head sculpt reaction. Number 5. So the head sculpt, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They did a lot better than the prototype. Awkwardly enough, that, I don't know, to me, the head sculpt looks a lot, but something fell. I think it was his plastics. His head sculpt in the actual final product looks kind of good. I mean, to me, it looks a little bit better than the prototype that was shown. Not bad, not too shabby. Oh! All right, number 15. He comes with a different array of hands. I'm not gonna go over the hands because I go over the figure and then the hands are just different things. What do you guys want with hands? Nobody ever asked for them anyway. But as you can see, little hands. He comes with like a fist, trigger hands, and everything you basically need for him to do whatever a Mudtrooper does. As we prepare to build this figure, you get these parts. And I don't like going into the booklets because that's freaking frustrating to open that little pack and then put it back like it's all factory sealed again because I'm OCD like that. But it does come with a little breather mask, as you can see here. I don't know how to put it on yet. I don't know where these tubes go. I don't know. This gotta be a strap-on of some sort. You guys know what a strap-on is, right? So that is a strap-on. It must strap on something. And then you have his googles right here, which is pretty awesome looking actually. The fine details in them, and then the little spray of mud on the lens. As you can see, a little spray of mud on the lens right there is pretty nice. And then you have this accessory that is his helmet. So, whoopah! His helmet is pretty nicely done. I like what's being done on here. It's kind of flat, but you know, it's a Mudtrooper. When mud dries, it gets flat. And inside you will find a hair sculpt that pegs into the magnet inside, which has a little hole. You shove it in there, you shove it real nice, and it gets stuck inside. Go back to the figure, you pop his fat head off, and I guess this is where the building begins. Let me get this part, peg it on. This looks so weird. Let's get a zoom in on this so you can come along with me on this journey. Oh, nope, that way. Okay, so there is Ham Solo, and he wants to go that way. Okay, go. Is it focused? Yes. So here we have the head sculpt, and I'm guessing the strap-on goes first. I'm doing this blindly because I'm too lazy. Oh, don't scratch the paint. Please don't scratch the paint. What are you doing? Oh my God. So this, I'm gonna let you guys see what I'm doing here. I don't know. Oh, wait, the goggles. No, this goes on the back of the head, right? Yeah, so the whole time I was talking, the camera moved by itself. It likes to do that because I have paranormal activities in my house. And this part goes over his face, which this is a scary part because this is a bigger piece that can scratch. So I'm assuming they're all going, let me show you. I hate when it turns color, but it goes all in a little line back here that kind of is grooved out so these little sets can basically strap on. And then I'm guessing the helmet or the goggles goes on like so right there. I think I'm probably screwing this up and doing this wrong in every way possible. The goggles looks like it was supposed to go on first, but I'm just gonna get a good little render of it. So that's that. Now let's put on the helmet and see if it all fits. No, this goggle goes over the helmet because I remember that in chemistry class. You want to put your goggles over the helmet because safety first, you loonigans. You have a lot of risking paint work here. So let's put that over. And looky deo, we have Hammy Solo. That's pretty good looking. I can't lie, that's not bad. Not bad, easy. And I'm assuming these hoses bend back into his backpack and gives him some type of oxygen to breathe, not to believe, to breathe in Mimbin. So Mimbin had a hostile environment. It was kind of screwed up the way the environment's atmosphere was. So they had to wear these masks, I guess, that prevented that from... Do you want to see me naked? Here you have his blaster. Not sure what it's called, but I do think this pops out. It does, as you can see right there. That's cool. And this is a pretty cool blaster. As you can see, it has little iron sights. Now I'm pointing it at you, but you can see the little iron sights. You can see through it. That's cool. They don't even give them scopes. That's how you know this guy's a grunt. He's infantry. They don't care if you die because you're just expendable. You're not even a clone, but you're still expendable. Although it does have a little lens thing here. The gun is nicely done. I like that. Alrighty, here we have Han Solo's Mudtrooper. He is what it is. A lot of people were concerned about the hype, being that this has a similar hype to the Shore Trooper. To me, it does not. I don't know what it is. This does not have that much of a vibe to me like a Shore Trooper did. But I can tell you, I didn't like it upon its unboxing. To me, it awkwardly felt cheapy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the feeling of the weathering paint apps on him. I'm not saying the figure is bad. I'm just saying it kind of felt a little bit cheapy. I don't know what these straps are for, so I didn't look in the book yet. If you guys want to comment that and what this elastic thing is for also, if you guys want to comment on that too. And tell me what it is because I hate research and it takes up my time. But like I said, it's not a figure I was really crazy for, but I got it, of course. I think I got it after deciding a while, which I end up doing that to a lot of figures after deciding and just buying it anyway and reviewing it, and then I can tell. But it does have a Shore Trooper vibe to it. As you can see, a little bit of armor right here, and it just has that little here and there kind of inspiration of a shore trooper with death trooper attributes, being like the gauntlet, foot gauntlets, or whatever you call them. As you can see, there's a base. Let me zoom in on the base. Nice looking rectangular base as usual from Star Wars. I love that Solo, the movie Han Solo, had a Millennium Falcon etched into the nameplate, which gives it a very unique stance in your shelf compared to the other stands, which are very plain. Obviously, you have some mud. It doesn't look like mud. It looks more like sand. But I wish the mud was it looked like a more wet looking base, because they were really, really into mud. And then you have the boots and stuff. As you can see, you're going to go through all the weathering on him. This is what I was talking about, that's Death Trooper inspired, more so. And then you can see the boots are a pleather type boot, basically, that pleather boot we usually get, and then it's encased in this gauntlet. But this guy, the weathering on him is pretty, was out of focus the whole time? But anyway, the weathering is pretty good. It's not over the top weathering, which is nice to see. I never like over the top. It makes it so much more unrealistic. And then you have the cape that he has, which is pretty nice. I like the cape. I like the weathering that's going on with him. And I'm not gonna bash the figure. I'm not gonna say it's a cheap looking figure. I just said it felt cheap in the beginning, but it's growing on me. It's a figure that grows on you. So let me take this off, since we already have the look of it, and hopefully I don't break anything while doing it, because I'm pretty rough with my figures. And take that off. As you can see how it all just pops right off. And this little strap on was kind of rough. And then the head, and then the hair sculpt, which we'll take a look. Oh gosh, we'll take a look right now. It was really nice. They did really stupid good on this hair. Like that, Han Solo usually has beautiful hair. I don't know what it is with Hot Toys and giving Han Solo beautiful hair. But here he is, his sculpt again. Let's take a little roundabout on him. I mean, it just looks good. Nothing is wrong with it. Hot Toys didn't do anything wrong. I think I was expecting more than it is, because of the hype of the Shore Trooper. They're like, oh, this is the next one. And it was selling out. It's like sold out already. It's super, super demanded right now, which I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those high demand figures, not those super exotic high demand figures like Shore Trooper, the Mark V Iron Man, and stuff like that. It's not going to go that crazy. Although Dark Side Anakin, I didn't think that would go anywhere, but look at him now. He's going for like $700 on the forums. So that's just the way he looks. I mean, the details and weathering is great. It looks like a World War II figure, really. It's based, I mean, they're inspired by World War II, so I wouldn't doubt it. But the figures, paint apps and everything, once you just get in there and look at him, it's pretty good. I gotta say, it's really good. They did really good on him. Now, as far as articulation, let's go over that. Articulation. No ratchet joints, not needed in this figure. I'm not mad about it. Here's the hands. I didn't get to show you, but the gloved hands looks like leather. That's nice what they did here. Looks like real leather. I like it. So not much about this figure. I hope I showed everything. For this guy, I'm not gonna give him a bad score. I'm not saying it all is bad. I'm just saying, I don't know. I kind of wanted a little bit more out of this. I feel like I wanted a little bit more. But I think after time, I'm gonna come to appreciate him and see what he is for, you know? I don't know. I think it's a great figure. I give this guy an 8 out of 10. Now, Hot Toys always gets like above average great scores, because Hot Toys in general, you're talking about amazing figures. So they're not going to be horrible. You know, they're going to be great figures in general. Now it comes to each figure and how they did it and all that kind of stuff. So this is where I give it an 8 out of 10. It has a little bit of a cheapy feel to it. I'm hating on it. There's a fat suit under the clothing, which doesn't actually make it look bad, unlike Luke Skywalker. But other than that, I like this figure more than I am saying I do. Really, trust me. But it comes with a head sculpt, and then you have a trooper out of it. I give this guy a solid 8 out of 10. It's a really nice figure, and if you haven't gotten it and you're not that great of a fan of Solo, you're not going to miss out. But something like the Shore Trooper was a big miss for a lot of people. This I don't think is going to be a big miss. I think this is not a bad figure. Look at that. Put on your what do you call Spaceballs cap. But this isn't a bad figure at all. I really like it. There's nothing wrong with it. So with that being said, 8 out of 10. Nothing wrong. I want to say something about it, but I don't know what to say. It's just another trooper. It's another trooper. So there it is. Take a good look at it. Decide if you want it, guys. Decide. It's up to you if you think you want this figure, really. I don't want to decide for you on this one because this is my take on it. I mean, he's not like, if you missed him, go ahead and miss him. But it's a really nice figure, but it's not like a must-have. But I got this because, well, I like Solo, and a lot of people didn't like Solo. So if you're into Star Wars and you hated Solo, it's okay to skip this. It's okay. It's totally fine. You don't have to pressure yourself and say like, because everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. So if you didn't like the movie, you don't have to get it. You didn't miss out, really. I mean, it's a Han Solo figure. You're probably going to end up price gouging it and selling it really high to someone on eBay or the forums, because that's just how collectors do it nowadays. So, 8 out of 10. Oh boy!